I believe in life, 99% of the time, you get exactly what you deserve. Now, although everyone is dealt a different hand of cards, although everyone is thrown into different situations, some more fortunate than others, other than the situation that you were placed in, everything after that is up to you. It doesn't matter where you're from, what genetics you have, none of that matters. All the improvements you could have made, the things you could have changed, the money you could have made, the gains you could have got, all the things you could have done are up to you. And so, if you internalize this, if you take this idea of I am exactly where I deserve to be, I have exactly what I deserve to have, I have achieved exactly what I deserve to achieve, and you take this and you believe it and you tell yourself this every day and you understand that it is true, you look around and you go, that time where I worked really hard and I was in the gym every day for that couple of months, I got in really good shape. And then I stopped going to the gym all the time, and I went only twice a week because I was busy and I got a bit lazy, and I wasn't in as good a shape. You go, well, that was just because I did what needed to be done, and I got what I wanted, and I didn't do what needed to be done, and I didn't get what I wanted. So you get what you deserve. When you look around, you realise I get what I deserve. You realise you get what you deserve. So then there's no more questioning of why don't I have this? How come this hasn't happened yet? How come I haven't achieved this yet? You just know, okay, I need to do this, this, and this to achieve this goal. Let's go and do it. Right? Whether you have to get up early, whether you have to stay up late, whether you have to take a few days off, whether you have to do more work, whether you have to post videos, build a business, go on a trip, you have to start, join an MMA gym, whatever you have to do to get it done. You need to understand what you have to do and then do it. Because it is 100% true you get exactly what you deserve. Once you are old enough, once you have sort of gotten through your childhood, you start to realize that everything is really up to you, right? If you go into a room and you're happy and you're smiling, other people are going to become more happy and more smiling. That's why people say, oh, I've got like contagious laughter or a contagious smile, because it's just energy. If one person's really happy and smiling, the other person is going to be a bit more happy and smile a bit more. If one person's working really hard, his friends are going to work a bit more hard, right? If we've all heard the saying, you're the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That's because the people around you influence what you see and what you hear, and you become more like them. If you're around 5 hard workers, you'll be the 6th, or you won't be around them. Because if you weren't the 6th hard worker, you wouldn't be around them. If you were around 5 people who go to the gym every single day, you'll be the 6th. If you're around 5 people who are super happy, you'll be super happy. And that is not because of some law of attraction. That's not because of, there's some kind of luck. You just get what you deserve. If you put yourself in an environment around certain people, you will become more like them. Their energy will rub off on you. Whether that's good, bad, you get what you deserve. You go to the gym every day, you get what you deserve. If you work on that business every day, you get what you deserve. Will it take you years? Yes. Will it take you thousands of hours? Yes. Will it take you thousands of hours before you see any result at all? Yes. 100%. Right? I've been working out for a little over 3 years now. I'd say, if we were to say how much I put in, we'll say about an hour a day. At this point, I'm working out every single day. For the first year, I was working out every single day doing bodyweight stuff. So if we say about an hour a day, 7 hours a week, so 365 hours a year. So I've done well over 1,000 hours, probably, well above that, 1,300 hours, just purely focusing on working out. I still have a very, mid physique, I have a decent physique, but I'm not super big and nothing. And so I understand that even up until sort of 3 or 4 months ago, I looked like I didn't even work out. Like now, you could look at me and go, okay, he probably works out, right? But 3 or 4 months ago, I was still quite skinny. And so I'd put in probably 1,000 hours of work towards my certain goal, and you couldn't even tell. Like, I could show you, this video, that video, 2 years ago I did this. I could prove it to you, and you go, oh, well, that's true. But you wouldn't be able to tell, you wouldn't go, oh, that guy has that result, because I didn't have it yet. Even now, I'm nowhere near where I want to be, right? I've been posting to YouTube for more than 2 years now. Almost 2.5 years now. October 2023, so almost 2.5 years. I currently have just over 500 subscribers. I'm gaining a new subscriber every 3 or 4 or 5 days, depending on, what I'm doing. I have put in probably 2,000 hours, 2,500 hours to this. I've posted probably 3,500 videos across the last 2.5 years. I've spent probably 3 or 4 grand on equipment, my laptop, my phone, my cameras, I have a whole bunch of cameras. I've got a Sony camera. I've got this iPhone 7, which I have for, mainly just filming, really. My Sony camera, my iPhone 7. I have my GoPro. It was $800. I had my DJI camera. I've got another GoPro. Like, I've spent a lot of money on this, and I've put in thousands of hours now, and I've still barely got any results. You will have to put in, most likely, hundreds, if not thousands of hours before you see any results. But I guarantee you, if you put in enough hours, you get what you deserve. You always get what you deserve. If you're an asshole, people aren't gonna like you. That's the way it works. If you're hardworking, you get the result. If you're in the gym all the time, you improve your physique. That's how the world works. You get what you deserve. So go and do what needs to be done, and once you are worthy of something, eventually you'll get it. That simple. Subscribe. Have a good day. Do the work that you know needs to be done. Do what you need to do to deserve the thing you want. See you later.